In this video, I'll show you how to crochet this cute scrunchie. This is beginner friendly and takes just few minutes to complete. So let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome to DIY Crafts.
For this project, I am using loops and threads, lightweight 100% acrylic yarn in cotton candy color and white color yarns with a crochet hook of 3.5 mm. However, you can use any equivalent yarn with its suitable hook. And also I am taking a hair tie which forms the base of our scrunchie. So first let us begin by making a slip knot. Take the starting tail end into your left hand and make a loop with the working end. Now from the center, take out the working end and pull up a loop while pulling the starting tail end, and this will form a slip knot. Now insert the needle into the loop and adjust the loop by pulling the working end. So this is the starting point. Now take the hair tie and put that on the needle. Now grab your working end in your other hand. And now hold the hair tie on both the sides as shown in the video. Not just one side, hold it on both the sides and that will give you the grip. Now yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you will see two loops on your hook. Yarn over and draw the yarn through both the loops. That is a single crochet. And now to mark the first stitch, we will put a stitch marker on top of this first one. This stitch marker helps us to identify where to do the last slip stitch and also where to start the second row. Now again insert the needle into the hair tie towards the left of the previous stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Again you will have two loops on the hook, yarn over and make another single stitch. And push this single stitch close to the previous one. And again towards the left, insert your needle into the center, take the yarn and pull up a loop. Again yarn over and complete the single crochet. Again into the center towards the left, take the yarn, come out of the center, yarn over and make a single stitch. So likewise we will put one single stitch towards the left of the previous single stitch, and all these single stitches should be placed one next to the another without any overlaps and as many less gaps as possible. So after completing every 5 to 6 stitches, gently stretch the hair tie and push the stitches close to each other so that the stitches will be close and there will be very less part of the hair tie can be seen within the gaps, and it will give you a nice and cleaner finishings. This technique also gives a lot of stitches in your next row, which makes the scrunchie look fluffier. So keep on doing one single stitch to the left of the previous single stitch, one after the another, until all the scrunchie is filled with single crochet stitches. So here I am at the last ending part where I have to still make a couple of single crochet stitches, and once the stitches are completed and before you do a slip stitch, just gently stretch the hair tie to check if the stitches are very close to each other or if you can see any gaps. Again squeeze them a little bit and adjust 2 more stitches if needed. And once it is done, you carefully take out the stitch marker, identify the stitch from which you have taken out the stitch marker, insert your crochet hook in that stitch, yarn over and pull out of all the loops on your hook. So that is a slip stitch, and this completes the first row. Now let's start making the second row. Begin with chain 3 and put your stitch marker on top of the third chain like this. And this chain 3 we can call it as the first double stitch in your second row. So yarn over and then put your needle back into the same stitch where we have removed the stitch marker from, and then make one double crochet stitch, and into the same stitch I am making one more double crochet stitch. So here the chain 3 and 2 DCs, all 3 are worked into the same stitch. So let me show you the double crochet slowly. You will have a loop on your hook, begin with yarn over, hold the loops on your hook, and now into the next stitch, insert your needle into the complete stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you will have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and come out of first 2 loops, and you will have 2 more loops remaining, yarn over and come out of last 2. So that is the first double crochet in the second stitch. Again begin with yarn over and into the same stitch, insert and pull up a loop. Again you'll have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, come out of first 2, yarn over and come out of second 2. So that is one more double stitch in the same stitch. Now yarn over and into the same stitch we are making one more double stitch. So yarn over first 2, yarn over second 2. So this makes 3 double crochet stitches in the second stitch. And likewise we are going to make 3 double crochet in each and every stitch throughout the row until you go to the starting point. So in the next stitch, that is the first double stitch, yarn over, insert and drop a loop, and then one more double stitch in the same one, yarn over and into the same stitch make the third double stitch. So that's the 3 DCs in next one. And now I'm making first one in the next stitch, that's the second DC, and this one is the third DC. So this one will give you nice ripple or wavy texture to your project. Now I have come to the last stitch where I have to do the last 3 double crochet stitches in one single stitch. So that's the second one and then the third one. And this completes the second row, and if you see there will be a nice ripple wavy texture that you can see on your second row. And now I have to close the second row again by making a slip stitch. So take out the stitch marker and insert the needle into the third chain of the first chain 3. Now yarn over and draw the yarn out of all the loops on your hook, and that is your slip stitch. Now let us make the last row of a single stitch border. So chain 1, trim the yarn and pull out the loop, and we have closed the second row. Now we'll do the third row. Now to add the third row, I'm inserting the needle onto the first chain itself. If you want, you can add the needle to any of the stitches in your last row. And I'm taking the white color yarn. Now place this white color yarn on your crochet hook and gently pull up a loop from the stitch. Adjust the loop, make chain 1, and that is how you attach a new color yarn. Now insert the needle into the same stitch and make 1 single crochet, and then chain 2, and now into the next stitch insert your hook and make 1 single stitch. And this one is giving you a nice bump like a look for your project, and this gives you a nice border for it. Now again insert the needle into the next stitch and single stitch, chain 2, and again on top of the next stitch make 1 single stitch, again chain 2 and 1 single stitch in the next stitch. And we are going to repeat this pattern of single stitch, chain 2, single stitch throughout the row until the starting point. So here I have made the last single stitch, chain 2, and made 1 more single stitch onto the first stitch. So once it is done, make a slip stitch on top of the first stitch, chain 1 and trim the yarn. Pull out the loop and fasten off. This completes the crocheting part. Now let's do the finishings for our project. Now we have to hide and secure all the tail ends. For that, insert the tail end into the tapestry needle and gently weave in the tail ends into the nearby stitches. While weaving in, make sure that the needle is not showing on the other side, and that way you can make sure that the thread is always completely weaved into the project. And now we are going to repeat the same thing with all the other tail ends as well. And once all the tail ends are weaved in, we will trim and take out all the excess threads that is coming out of the project. And with that, you have completed making this beautiful cute crochet scrunchie all by yourself. I hope you all enjoyed watching this tutorial. Do give this pattern a try and let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. The written pattern is given in the description. Do check it out. Be creative and create it with multiple colors of your choice. See you all in the next video.
Thank you for watching. Please like the video, share it and subscribe to DIY Crafts.